Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Centre tells Supreme Court it is ready with new data protection bill and it will be introduced in the monsoon session of Parliament. Enforcement Directorate questions Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejasvi Yadav in Railways land for job scam. Congress leader Sachin Pilot sits on a hunger strike in Jaipur against his party government in Rajasthan. India and Uganda discuss bilateral cooperation in areas including trade, energy, defence and health. India Met Department forecasts normal monsoon for this year. And in IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals to take on Mumbai Indians in New Delhi this evening. The Centre today informed the Supreme Court that a new data protection bill is ready and will be introduced in the monsoon session of Parliament. Attorney General R. Venkat Ramani told a Constitution bench headed by Justice K.M. Joseph that the bill is ready. The bench, also comprising Justices Ajay Rastogi, Anuradha Bose, Rishikesh Roy and C.T. Ravikumar, took note of the submission. They directed that the matter be placed before the Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud so that a new bench can be constituted, as Justice Joseph is set to retire on June 16th. The matter has been posted for hearing in the first week of August 2023. Senior advocate Sham Diwan, appearing for the petitioners, submitted that the court should not link the court hearings to the legislative process. He said the legislative process is complex and it may be again referred to some committees. The Enforcement Directorate ED is questioning Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejasvi Yadav in a money laundering case in connection with the Railways land for job scam in New Delhi. It has been alleged in the case that appointments were made in the Railways in return for land gifted and sold to the RJD family when his chief Lalu Prasad was the then Railways Minister during the UPA rule. Last month, CBI had also questioned Tejasvi Yadav in the case. Earlier, the Enforcement Directorate had questioned RJD MP and Lalu Prasad's daughter, Misa Bharti, in the same case. Former Deputy Chief Minister of Rajasthan and Congress leader Sachin Pilot went on a day-long hunger strike today at the Shahid Samarak Sthal in Jaipur against his party's government. He is demanding an inquiry into alleged scams in the state during the tenure of the previous Vasundhara Raje government. Before starting fast, Mr. Pilot offered flowers to the portrait of Mahatma Gandhi and Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. A large number of supporters of Mr. Pilot were present at the site of the fast. Meanwhile, State Party in charge Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa issued a statement terming it as Mr. Pilot's fast as against the interest of the party and called it an anti-party activity. He said that if Sachin had any problem with the government, he could discuss it on the party's platform. More from a correspondent.
Ever since the Congress government was formed in the state, there has been a constant tussle between Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and his then deputy Sachin Pilot. Mr. Pilot, along with his supporting MLAs, had also rebelled in July 2020. Since that incident, Mr. Pilot has been seeking to clarify his role in the party. Meeting was also called last September and speculations were being made to replace Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot in the meeting. But that meeting could not be held after a large number of MLAs submitted their resignations. Overall, just before the assembly elections due later in this year, Mr. Pilot hunger strike is being considered as a major setback for the party. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that the country's armed forces are capable enough to counter every situation apart from the duties at the border. He said the Indian armed forces are the best example in the world for their commitment and discipline. Mr. Singh was addressing the ex-servicemen of the armed forces in the Kendriya Sainik Board meeting held in New Delhi today. The minister lauded the ex-servicemen's selfless effort to serve the society during COVID pandemic. He said these ex-soldiers are always ready to contribute in fighting any calamity in the country. Mr. Singh stressed that ex-servicemen are national assets and the country is proud of them.
कई ऐसे उदाहरण दिए जा सकते हैं जहां हमारे वेटरन्स राष्ट्र की सेवा में सदैव वो तत्पर दिखाई देते हैं। इन सभी को मैं हमेशा ही नेशनल एसेट के रूप में मानता हूं। इन सभी वीरों और उनके परिवार की देखभाल और रीसेटलमेंट को इंश्योर करना यह हमारी एक नेशनल रिस्पांसिबिलिटी है।
The minister said the Sainik welfare and the welfare schemes have been administered by the state and district level Sainik welfare boards. Presently, 34 Rajya Sainik and 409 district Sainik offices are in the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will distribute about 71,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits via video conferencing on Thursday. He will also address the new appointees on the occasion. The recruits selected from across the country will join various positions and posts under several departments of Government of India. They will also get an opportunity to train themselves through Karma Yogi Prarambh, which is an online orientation course for all new appointees in various government departments. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will flag off Rajasthan's first Vande Bharat Express train tomorrow morning via video conferencing. The train will run between Jaipur and Delhi-Kant railway stations. The regular service of the train will start on Thursday between Ajmer and Delhi-Kant, with stops at Jaipur, Alwar and Gurgaon. The new Vande Bharat Express will cover the distance in 5 hours, 15 minutes. Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari today inspected the Srinagar-Banihal section of the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway in order to provide all-weather connectivity between Jammu and Srinagar. He was accompanied by Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha, Union Minister of State General Retired V.K. Singh and Union Minister of State Dr. Jitendra Singh. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at EIR News Alerts. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, who is on a 3-day visit to Uganda, met President Yoweri K. Museveni at his farm in Rwakitura yesterday. He congratulated Uganda on assuming the chairship of the non-aligned movement. In a tweet, Dr. Jaishankar said he conveyed to Mr. Museveni the personal greetings of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Dr. Jaishankar also discussed cooperation in trade and investment, infrastructure, energy, defense, health, digital and agricultural domains. Dr. Jaishankar participated in the launch at Kampala of the Tulsi Ghat Restoration Project in Varanasi. He appreciated OFBJP Uganda's initiative to contribute to further beautifying the oldest living city in the world. Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has said that India will become the third largest economy by 2027. He said India is a $3.5 trillion economy today and will become a $30 to $35 trillion economy by 2047, when it will also celebrate 100 years of its independence. Mr. Goyal said this while addressing Indian diaspora in Paris yesterday. The minister said India crossed $750 billion in exports in the 75th year of independence. He said India is emerging as a go-to country, as the world's pharmacy, as the world's food bowl, and as a trusted partner to other countries. The Commerce Minister said India deeply values the partnership with France. He said each recognizes that this partnership will see further growth in terms of both opportunities and friendship. Piyush Goyal and France's Minister Delegate of Foreign Trade, Attractiveness and French Nationals Abroad, Oliver Becht, will co-chair the India-France Business Summit, commemorating 25 years of India-France friendship in Paris today. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman attended a function in the U.S. at Peterson Institute for International Economics on the sidelines of the spring meetings in Washington, D.C. Ms. Sitharaman said India is poised for a more important role in the global value chains. She said it is focusing on skilling and digitization so that there is a greater sense of living, transparency and formalization of the economy. The Finance Minister said India is attractive because of its skilled youth and large domestic market. She said in G20 there is an opportunity for India to bring all countries together to address debt distress in middle income and low income countries. The Finance Minister has directed all state and union territories to sensitize and impress the salient features of the 3-month-long campaign for boosting coverage of micro-insurance schemes at Gram Panchayat level. Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana (PMJJBY) and Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana (PMSBY) and others are included in these schemes. The campaign will cover all districts across the country till 30th June. Secretary Department of Financial Services Dr. Vivek Joshi chaired a virtual meeting yesterday with Chief Secretaries, senior officials of all state and union territories in this regard. The state and union territories were urged to increase enrollments under the micro-insurance schemes given the scope and size of population in states. The country is likely to receive normal monsoon rainfall this year. Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, M. Ravichandran, briefed the media on southwest monsoon forecast in New Delhi today. He said monsoon seasonal rainfall from June to September is likely to be 96% of the long period average LPA. He said about 83.5 centimeter rainfall will occur during June to September this year, which comes under the normal category.
This year, we look at it both as statistical and dynamical model. From that, what are the probabilities or what are the quantitative forecasts for this year, which will be in June to September. So we come out with the statistics and the result is about 96% of 87 centimeter will be there. Roughly about 83.5 centimeter rainfall will occur during June to September.
Speaking on the occasion, DG India Meteorological Department IMD Dr. Mrityunjay Mahapatra said El Nino conditions are likely to develop with the monsoon season and its impact may be seen in the second half of the monsoon season. He said all the El Nino years are not bad monsoon years.
There is highest probability of 35% for the normal rainfall during June to September against the climatological probability of 33%. Both the probabilistic rainfall and the deterministic rainfall are suggesting that rainfall during monsoon season 2023 is expected to be in the normal category, and quantitatively it is 96% plus minus 5%.
The Director General of Civil Aviation, DGCA, has issued an advisory to airlines on unruly behavior by passengers during flight operations. Head of operations of all airlines have been advised to sensitize their pilots, cabin crew and post holders on handling of unruly passengers through appropriate means. The regulator said incidents such as smoking in aircraft, consumption of alcoholic beverages resulting in unruly behavior, altercations between passengers and sometimes inappropriate touching or sexual harassment. The regulator said such incidents have potential of compromising the safety of aircraft operations. The Sensex and the Nifty today witnessed modest gains in the afternoon trade. The BSE Sensex gained 177 points to trade at 60,023 when reports last came in. The NSE Nifty was also 63 points up to trade at 17,687. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar has paid tributes to Mahatma Jyotiba Phule on his birth anniversary today. In a tweet, the Vice President said he was an iconic social reformer who strove tirelessly to dismantle caste barriers and social inequalities. Vice President Dhankar said, as a crusader of women's rights and education, his remarkable legacy will continue to inspire all. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also paid tributes to the great social reformer on his birth anniversary. In a tweet, Mr. Modi also recalled Jyotiba Phule's towering contribution to social justice and empowering the downtrodden. The Prime Minister said his thoughts give hope and strength to millions. In IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals will take on Mumbai Indians at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi. The match will begin at 7:30 p.m. Yesterday, Lucknow Super Giants sealed a superb win against Royal Challengers Bangalore in a last ball thriller in Bangalore. Lucknow achieved the target of 213 runs in 20 overs, losing 9 wickets. Earlier, Bangalore scored 212 runs for the loss of 2 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Centre tells Supreme Court it is ready with new data protection bill and it will be introduced in the monsoon session of Parliament. Enforcement Directorate questions Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejasvi Yadav in Railways Land for Job scam. Congress leader Sachin Pilot sits on a hunger strike in Jaipur against his party government in Rajasthan. India and Uganda discuss bilateral cooperation in areas including trade, energy, defence and health. India Met Department forecasts normal monsoon for this year. And in IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals to take on Mumbai Indians in New Delhi this evening. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the Midday News.